Hi everyone, I'm Charlie and this is Finsformation. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about my experiences with winter bass fishing. When I say winter, I'm really talking about the months of November through March here in the Pacific Northwest, when the water temps drop below 50 degrees. This is my second year in a row now putting my nose to the grindstone and getting on the water during the winter months. And let me tell you, it is really tough and humbling. Now that I have a boat, it's easier for me to get out there more often during the colder months because I can handle the windy days easier with a trolling motor, and my electronics help me find more key spots to focus on. Also, the fish tend to run deeper during these months. And that's not to say you can't get out there on a kayak or on the bank during these months, because I've done that as well, but the boat definitely makes it easier. And speaking of electronics, this time of year is an excellent opportunity to scan around the lake and get comfortable utilizing them as effective tools. Using the time on the water to scope out new cover and structure can be very beneficial, and since the likelihood of catching a fish is lower, I feel like I'm not missing out on much, and I'll actually gain more from marking spots for later on. I did a lot of that this winter, and in the process I was able to key in on a couple of winter spots that produced fish. Fishing in the cold's definitely not for everyone, but if you're willing to put the time in, the rewards you get can be amazing. This is the time of year to catch a new personal best, guys. I want to emphasize that I'm very new to winter bass fishing, and I'm only sharing what I've learned so far. You've probably heard this before, but I got proof in practicing it myself. If you think you're fishing slow enough, fish slower. And then even slower still. Between the most recent months of January and March, I only caught 5 bass, and every single one of them bit while I was either dead sticking the lure or dragging it dirt slow like you saw in the footage here. I didn't even feel that bite, I just felt the weight of the fish, and then I set the hook. Maintaining lure contact with the bottom has seemed to be the key. On that one, I was dragging a jig head with a small Kitech swim bait. This imitates a small bait fish like a goby cruising the bottom. For smallmouth bass, finding rock is definitely key during the winter, also year-round. The rock holds heat while seams and breaks provide changes in structure that the bass relate to. While the swim bait proved to be successful, I ended up catching my new personal best smallmouth up next here on a jig. Again, bottom contact and a slow crawling retrieve with a couple of twitches. Bites during the winter will feel like dead weight, or slacken the line when you go to drag, or a dull thump. You don't really get those aggressive eats this time of year because the fish are apprehensive and lethargic. On this topic as well, the fish don't seem to fight as hard in the cold water. Also, if you're pulling a fish up from deep, make sure you know how to properly fizz a bass and keep fizzing needles on your boat. You might notice I have Mega Live turned on my Humminbird Solix. I'll make a video at a later date about forward-facing sonar with my opinions and experiences with it. It's worth saying that I have only had forward-facing sonar for a month now, and have only used it during the winter so far. I've seen a ton of bass with it, but haven't caught any utilizing it yet. It's beneficial to know that I'm around them, but that definitely doesn't guarantee a bite. There she is, guys, my new PB smallmouth, 4.21 pounds. That's it for today, guys. Thanks for watching the video. I appreciate you all. Have a good one.